Captain Marcus Chen had heard every insult, endured every snicker, and ignored countless whispers behind his back. The crew of the interstellar trading vessel Wandering Star had made their opinions abundantly clear. His choice of a life partner was, in their view, utterly baffling. His wife, Zira, belonged to the Kurath species, a race known throughout the galaxy for their unfortunate appearance by most humanoid standards. Her skin was a mottled gray-green, rough like tree bark. Her face bore asymmetrical features with one eye significantly larger than the other. Her limbs were gangly and bent at odd angles, and her voice carried a rasping quality that made sensitive species. When Sichens lost his mind, the first officer would mutter during poker nights, "Maybe humans have lower standards than we thought," a Centaurian engineer once joked, earning raucous laughter from the mess hall. Marcus never defended himself. He simply smiled, squeezed Zira's calloused hand, and went about his duties. Those who truly knew him understood that he saw something in her that transcended physical appearance. A brilliant mind, a kind heart, and a spirit that matched his own adventurous nature. Gira worked in the ship's xenobiology lab, often keeping to herself. She bore the mockery with quiet dignity, though Marcus sometimes caught the pain flickering in her mismatched eyes. She had explained to him once, early in their relationship, that her people valued inner beauty above all else. "We see with more than eyes," she had told him in her gravelly voice. The Wandering Star had been on a routine supply run to the mining colonies of the Thresh Nebula when everything changed. They emerged from hyperspace to find themselves in the middle of a Zakor raiding fleet, 6 massive warships bristling with weapons, their blood-red hulls gleaming against the nebula's purple gases. "All ships, this is Captain Chen," Marcus barked into the comm. "Battle stations. Shields up!" But everyone aboard knew the truth. They were outgunned, outmanned, and out of options. The Wandering Star was a cargo vessel, not a warship. Her shields would last minutes at best. "They're hailing us," the communications officer reported, her voice shaking. The face that appeared on the view screen made several crew members gasp. The Zakor commander was a nightmarish sight, a towering creature with 4 arms, razor-sharp mandibles, and eyes that burned with predatory intelligence. "Surrender your vessel," the commander hissed in perfect standard galactic. "Your cargo, your ship, and your lives now belong to the Zakor Empire. Resist and we will tear you apart molecule by molecule." Marcus's jaw clenched. He'd heard stories of Zakor raids. Those who surrendered were sold into slavery or worse. Those who resisted died screaming. Before he could respond, Zira's hand touched his shoulder. He turned to see her standing beside his command chair, her expression unreadable. "Marcus," she said softly, her raspy voice somehow carrying across the silent bridge. "I need you to trust me. Clear the bridge. Everyone except you. Zira, what? Please." Her larger eye locked onto his, and he saw something there he'd never seen before. Not fear, not resignation. Something ancient and powerful. Against every instinct, Marcus nodded. "All personnel evacuate the bridge now, that's an order." The crew exchanged confused glances but obeyed. When the last officer had left and the door sealed, Zira moved to stand in front of the main view screen. "Keep the channel open," she instructed. "And Marcus, don't be afraid." What happened next would be burned into Marcus's memory forever. Zira's body began to change. Her rough skin started to glow with an inner light, shifting from gray-green to brilliant gold. Her asymmetrical features realigned, becoming impossibly beautiful, almost painful to look at directly. Her gangly limbs straightened and lengthened, radiating grace. Wings, magnificent translucent wings spanning 20 feet, unfurled from her back, shimmering with colors that had no names in any human language. But it was her eyes that had transformed most dramatically. They now blazed with pure cosmic energy, the eyes of a being far beyond mortal comprehension. On the view screen, the Zakor commander's expression changed from arrogance to absolute terror. "No," the creature whispered, backing away from its own screen. "Impossible. The Luminari are extinct. The ancient texts said—" "The ancient texts," Zira said, her voice no longer raspy but resonant and multidimensional, "were wrong. We did not go extinct. We simply chose to hide, to live among the younger races, to experience life without the burden of divinity." Her wings spread wider, and even through the view screen, Marcus could feel the power radiating from her true form. But when the young races are threatened by predators like you, Zira continued, we remember what we were, what we still are. She raised one hand and space itself seemed to ripple. The 6 Zakor warships began to shake violently. Leave this sector, Zira commanded. Tell your empire that the Luminari have not forgotten the old ways. Tell them that some humans are under our protection. And tell them that if they ever threaten this ship or its crew again, they will face the full wrath of beings who shaped galaxies before their ancestors learned to walk. The Zakor fleet didn't wait for a second warning. They jumped to hyperspace so quickly that their wake nearly destabilized the wandering star's shields. As quickly as it had come, Zira's true form faded. She shrank back down, her skin returning to mottled gray-green, her features becoming asymmetrical again, her wings vanishing. She stumbled and Marcus caught her, holding her trembling form. I'm sorry, she whispered in her familiar raspy voice. I wanted to tell you, but we made a vow to never reveal ourselves unless absolutely necessary. Marcus held her tighter, his mind reeling. You saved us. You saved everyone. I broke our most sacred law. Tears rolled down her rough cheeks. I'll have to leave. My people will know. They'll come for me. No. Marcus lifted her chin, looking into her mismatched eyes, eyes that had just burned with the power of creation itself. You're my wife. Whatever comes, we face it together. When the crew returned to the bridge, they found their captain holding his wife, both of them silent. The Zakor fleet was gone. The ship was safe. Marcus never told them what had happened. He simply said that the raiders had received new intelligence and retreated. But the way he looked at Zira had changed, not in fear or awe, but with even deeper love and respect. The crew's mockery stopped that day, though they never knew why. Perhaps they sensed something had shifted. Perhaps they finally saw what Marcus had always seen, that beauty, power, and worth had nothing to do with appearance. And on quiet nights when Marcus held his wife close, he sometimes glimpsed golden light flickering beneath her rough skin, a reminder that he had married not just a woman, but a goddess who had chosen to love a simple human captain. It was, he decided, the greatest honor of his life.